Hello. Today I'm going to be showing you all how to curl your hair using a flat iron. A lot of people find it difficult to curl your hair using a flat iron and tend to use curling irons instead. I'm here to show you that you can do just as pretty of curls that last sometimes even longer than a curling iron with a simple flat iron. Before we get started, I'm going to show you the things that you will need in order to complete this style. The first thing you'll need is a powder brush. I like to use a powder brush because the bristles are wide enough in order for you to brush through your hair evenly, and you can use larger sections. Depending on the thickness and length of your hair, you can opt for a smaller brush to your preference. The second thing that you will need is either a hair tie or a clamp, and this is also to your preference and the length of your hair. For my demonstration, I'm going to use a hair tie. One of the most important things that you're going to need in order to do this style is some form of a heat protectant, but we'll talk a little bit more about this later. And of course, the most important thing that you'll need when styling your hair with a flat iron is in fact a flat iron. And I'll tell you a little bit more about the flat iron that I'm going to use today when we get to that section. Now, before you begin, you want to make sure that you start with freshly washed and dried hair. Some styling products allow you to go from wet hair to dry hair. However, for my video, we're going to start with dry hair. The importance of having clean hair is so that you have removed any oils that can cause any odors or smoke or more damage to your hair. And sometimes the curls don't form as well if your hair is dirty. So I like to start with freshly clean hair every single time I decide to curl my hair. After your hair is washed, you want to use your brush and you want to make sure that you detangle your hair. I start from the bottom and I work my way up to the top in order to prevent breakage. And you want to make sure that you detangle all of your hair before you begin. Now back to that clamp or hair tie. You want to divide your hair into two sections. You can do more if you like, but I choose to do two sections. I think they are just enough. And you want to tie it and pull this section to the side so that it won't interfere with the other section that you're going to begin to curl. And make sure you continuously smooth your hair throughout this process. Next, out of this larger section of hair that you separated, you're going to take an even smaller section. And I choose a smaller section that's about 3 inches wide, and this just depends on how tight or loose you want your curls to be. Now, an important step is the use of a heat protectant. Heat protectant is very important for the longevity and health of your hair. Depending on your hair type, depends on the type of heat protectant you will use. I use olive oil, and this is a safe bet for any type of texture of hair because olive oil is a natural oil that will keep the moisture locked into your hair. So for each section, you want to take about a dime size of heat protectant, rub it in, and smooth it on your hair, once again working from the bottom to the top. And you want to use your powder brush one more time to make sure you evenly distribute the heat protectant throughout your hair. And now we're ready to curl. Today I'm using a Ultra She flat iron, and you can use any flat iron that you like. However, ceramic flat irons tend to be healthier for your hair. The most important thing when deciding when you are going to style your hair is the level of heat that you have on your hair. You don't want your flat iron to be too hot because even though you're using a heat protectant, that can still cause major damage to your hair, and you don't want that. You also don't want your flat iron to be too cold because you won't be able to get a tight curl that will last long, and you also have to continuously put heat on your hair, which also isn't good. So once your flat iron is heated up and ready, you're going to take your piece of hair that you have already placed heat protectant on, and you're going to start from the top of your hair or where you would like your curls to start, and you're going to clamp your hair down, and you're going to slowly begin to twist your flat iron, just in a rolling motion, all the way down until the very end. Don't let it go, and then you're going to roll it back up. And you're going to let this stand, I say, for about 5 seconds. And then you're going to slowly clamp it out. And then you have a nice, pretty curl. The longer and more closer you bring your flat iron together will have the tighter your curl. So for example, this is a looser curl. For a tighter curl, you want to take a smaller section of hair, so maybe about 1 to 2 inches thick. You want to smooth it out. Don't forget your heat protectant. Remember, we're going to work from the bottom to the top. We're going to make sure it's evenly distributed. We're going to grab our flat iron. We're going to start from the top, and we're going to twist until we reach the bottom. We're not going to let go, and we're going to roll it back up. And I did this one a little bit tighter, and I'm going to leave it a little bit longer so I can show what a tighter curl will look like. And then you're going to slowly open and close it. And there you have a tighter curl. And you're going to do this all around your hair until this section is complete. Then you're going to remove this section, and then you're going to do it again. And once you've finished, you will have such a pretty hairstyle with beach waves or tight curls that are perfect for any occasion. So, just to review, when doing this style, you want to make sure you have a paddle brush, a hair tie or a clip, a form of a heat protectant, and of course, your heating styling tool. Thank you.